this time we decided we'd switch things up a little bit and not have Christy do the Christmas singing.
Well, maybe you will join in, but I'm very excited. I love these guys. Tim Casper and Darren Rush from the Blenders are joining us. They got a great new album called Holy Night. Gentlemen, thanks for being here. Could you sing Let It Blow, Let It Blow?
Is it Let It Blow, or is it?
It's not.
It is great to be here. Thank you, Regis.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had that loaded
up.
Right. We were skating all the way here, going through
me the other morning, guy, so that's...
Oh, no, I would never do that.
Well, now that you live down in Florida, you've forgotten how to drive here, right?
Yeah, in fact, I was talking, that's why we were talking about the weather, 63-mile-an-hour gusts. I said, I think hurricane winds start at
75
or having us on, we appreciate it, is that people always think we're sold out. And that's why we do 8 shows. We do Tuesday, and then we do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 shows over the weekend. So we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to be available or get a good seat in the theater. You know, Fargo Theater's great. We always want to play the Fargo Theater because there's not a bad seat in the house. So that's why we're here, to say, hey, we're not sold out. If you want to come and see us, the best seats available are probably tonight, Wednesday, and Thursday's pretty good, and then Sunday night certainly is always the last to fill up. So it gives people
available,
it gives people some time to prepare.
So a lot of people obviously know you guys are, but give people an idea that maybe haven't been to a show. They show up tonight or sometime this week. What can they expect to see?
Well, obviously we have our standby Christmas songs that we do every year, but every year we try to add some new stuff. This year we have our brand new album, Holy Night. And we've had a lot of requests to do Oh Holy Night, and we finally did it after all these years. And so they're going to hear that tonight and this week. We also have a couple songs that are pretty inspirational, like Light of the World. It's a Lauren Daigle cover that we did. And we're really proud of that one. That one seems to be an album favorite. But there's always a little humor in the show. It's very, very, it's kind of a spectacular view. I mean, the lighting is amazing. We have a 4-piece band behind us. Wow. It is really a great experience.
Yeah, it ain't brain surgery, I always say. It's fun. Our job is to really, it's escapism. Our job is to get people into the theater for a few hours, get you in the Christmas spirit, stop thinking about all the garbage that's going on in the world, and just have fun and hopefully inspire you a little bit.
Yeah.
Is singing along encouraged, or is that frowned upon?
Depends on who's sitting near you.
Thank you.
We love people to sing along, but it just kind of depends, Chris. But I will say this, that we are, for those that don't know us, I mean, we're from Fargo here. We grew up here. Very, very proud to be from North Dakota and from Fargo. We've been living down in the Twin Cities for quite a while, since the mid-90s. And I actually live in Florida now, which we talked about. But we have had tremendous support from here, Fargo, Moorhead, and all around the upper Midwest.
For people that may not know the origin, and I didn't realize y'all are from Fargo, so what was the genesis of the band, the group?
Well, if you go far enough back, there were 2 groups in Fargo that started right around the end of college. We were probably about 20 years old, and these 2 a cappella groups were kind of doing shows locally, and eventually guys left the groups and went to other things or went to work other colleges and stuff, and we decided to take the remaining members and form a new group and start the Blenders.
And some of us started at Trollwood. You know, your viewers know Trollwood Performing Arts School. Ryan, that's in the Blenders, we grew up together. We've known each other since we were 4 years old.
Get out of here.
That guy, I've had to deal with him since I'm 4 years old. So we're still making music together, and then Darren's brother Alan was at Trollwood as well. So we had groups like Darren said, or college things, some people left, and I just thought, when we sang with Darren, he was such a great bass. I mean, he's actually a really great tenor too, but right now, first thing in the morning after a show, he's got the bass going.
Kind of down in here, yeah.
But
I get that.
I'm serious. I always tell this story. We sang together, the 4 of us, and I went, oh, okay, yeah, I think maybe people really would pay us to do this. I really thought we sound pretty good. And we've always been very blessed that our voices blend. We're called the Blenders, but our voices do blend very well together. So.
Now, I know you guys, like you said, you're down in Minneapolis now, all from this area. Is this still probably one of your favorite places to perform then? Because you're in the historic Fargo Theater, you got your hometown crowd.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have believed last night, Tuesday night in Fargo, and I think that's more fun than you can have on a Tuesday night, or you're legally allowed to. The audience was so great, the energy and just lifting us up. And I mean, because again, I don't want to say at our age. Can I say that?
Maybe.
Doing 8 shows over the week, I mean, it's taxing and it's a lot of work, but the audiences, they get in and they're so pumped up, and it's the tradition for them too, and we just love it.
We joke about our age because we've been doing this for 28 years.
Wow.
But in some ways,
hard to believe.
Yeah, in some ways we're getting, I think, better than ever and more energetic than ever. I mean, because you sort of have to. But I think in a lot of ways we're using that to inspire us instead of, we do joke about it, but we're using it to inspire us to be hopefully younger and younger. We're not kids anymore.
I know that you said Holy Night was one of those kind of requested songs, and I'm sure it changes year to year over the 28 years. Any song this year that you're like, ugh, when we get to this set number, I just rock it out?
Well, I always think Children Go is like kind of one of our big numbers.
Yeah,
but
Children Go Where I Send Thee. It's a little different than people might have heard in church. You know, and we have a lot of really great choreography to it. Darren's not going to toot his own horn, but I will say that he produced Holy Night, and he produces a lot of our music now, as well as he's got a studio in Lakeville. Groups like Home Free that you might know, he's had Pentatonics in the studio, and so he does a lot of, he's kind of a go-to guy for all those things, and we're lucky enough to obviously be in the group. But he talks about Children Go Where I Send Thee. We have Do You Hear What I Hear, which we redid a few years ago. Some of the viewers might know we mashed it up with Baba O'Reilly from The Who, believe it or not. So our show is not my wife was sitting next to some people in the Twin Cities last week, and it was their first concert. And they said, at intermission, we were expecting 4 guys to be standing there just singing Christmas carols, and they were just blown away because of the energy that comes from the stage. So I think, like I said,
you guys put on an amazing show.
We try to twist it up a little bit.
It's a big show, yeah. It's pretty fun.
I think we've got, do we have like a video here or some music you were saying?
I think we're listening to some right now.
So hopefully you can hear a little bit of that, but definitely go check them out. I mean, these guys put on an amazing show. You can hear, as I mentioned, their voices blend so well together. So
I just want to put this music on and like
I should mention
cook
Holy
Christmas
Night.
cookies or something.
I'm not sure if it says up there, theblenders.com. Don't forget the, or you might go to some Cuisinart site. Theblenders.com, as well as iTunes and
you can get it everywhere.
And all those other
Amazon,
places too.
Spotify,
So I think making music, man, is such a magical art form. So when you're producing it, do you kind of know, like, we got something here? Can you sense that? Or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I work with so many different artists, and I kind of joke around with the Blenders because I think about my career as a producer, and specifically a vocal producer. I've been spending 28 years on the job training, basically, and it all started with the Blenders, back in a little small studio at the Red River Dance Company, and we've been just going ever since.
That was the trick, and we've been talking this year as well about our 20th anniversary of Nog. Our first Christmas album was called Nog, and it's still a fan favorite, and that was the last album that all of us were able to kind of sit down and really arrange and produce together. But Darren has just taken all of that and taken it to the next level on our next, now we have 5 Christmas albums, so it's been great. He's great that way. I mean, he just kind of knows.
Do either one of you guys write too, or?
We do a little bit, but we've kind of like steered away from writing and just focused on, now that we're doing basically Christmas and only Christmas, we bring back the hits and redo them and mash them up. And all
We've been really lucky. Our Christmas originals are pretty popular too. We try to, like Darren said, you have to be careful. You have to tread lightly on Christmas originals. But I think is it on Nog? Tiny Little Christmas is one of them. When It Snows, which is the title track of When It Snows. And I think on Most Wonderful Time we had All Wrapped Up. A lot of people know that. I think West Acres used that for a few years for their ads and things like that. So we have had good success with our Christmas originals, but like Darren said, it's
people love the classics.
Yeah,
they really do.
I am one of those people. I like a mix of the both.
Oh yeah.
I got to ask, because I'm a really good group manager. Like in the summer, do you guys go down to like the Southern Hemisphere, since it's their
You're hired.
Brazil,
you are hired.
Australia?
Yeah, right.
Would I rather our Christmas tour was in Florida? Probably. It would be easier that way. We used to tour all over the place, and now it's a little more limited to the holiday season. A few years ago, we've opened a lot for Jay Leno over the years when he goes and does his stand-up show. A few years ago, we performed in Sarasota, where I live. We went to West Palm. We went to Naples. We did a nice little swing with Jay Leno. But full disclosure, there's not a lot of money in opening for comedians and things. I mean, they pay us, it's fine, but they wanted us to do 10 more dates, and I'm like, no, we have other lives and families and things. We can't afford to just do that.
He'll carry your luggage. He'll drive you around.
You are hired.
I'll map it all out. Y'all just show up and perform. I'll take care of the rest. But
Perfect.
it's been so great talking to you again. How do we get the new album, and how do we come get tickets to come see you?
Well, theblenders.com.
Theblenders.com if you want to get a CD, and of course you can always get it on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify. Tickets.
We would love you to come and see us. Of course, Tickets 300. We went with them a few years ago. They do a great job. The fees are so much less with them. I think there's a theater fee. You know, we want to keep the beautiful Fargo Theater up and running. It's like $1 a ticket or something. But you go to tickets300.com and they'll help you out, or call their number, or stop by their place.
This would make a good Christmas gift too for your family.
Are you ready for our audition? Let it snow, let it snow, let it. They're actually laughing right in our face.
I don't know where to jump in, actually.
I like it. I really do.
I'm more of a solo artist.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Was Chris stepping on your whole vibe there? Christy, that's all right.
Thanks, you guys. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Thanks for being here. All right, stick around. Much more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.